On June 21st, 1988, 17-year-old Sheila Ferguson's lifeless body was found hanging from a tree in the woods at the Brookside West Park in Ashland, Ohio. According to several eyewitnesses, she was seen walking into those woods with her boyfriend after meeting, some say arguing, with him the night before at a wooden bridge next to the woods. Her death was ruled a suicide, but many people believe her boyfriend murdered her with the assistance of his then new girlfriend, who he later married. The boyfriend's uncle allegedly was the police officer who discovered Sheila's body the next morning and was in charge of the controversial investigation that ruled out murder and concluded that her death was a suicide. After a couple months of scheduling conflicts with all my ghost hunting friends, I was able to convince my bride of over 40 years, Kim, to join me in our first ever ghost hunting adventure at the Brookside West Park. The following video clip is Kim using the dowsing rods in the woods where Sheila's body had been found hanging from a tree back in 1988. I promised Kim that we wouldn't run into any snakes while in the woods, and we didn't. So maybe I just might be able to get her to go on future adventures.
Are we speaking with Sheila Ferguson? Cross if we're speaking to Sheila Ferguson. Can you cross the rods? Okay, thank you. Can you open them back up? Can you open them back up for us, please? Okay. Your body was found on one of these trees. Okay, open back up. Did you commit suicide? No? Okay. Was there foul play associated with your death? Did somebody kill you? Did you die of natural causes and they found you on a tree? Did somebody kill you? Okay. Did your boyfriend have anything to do with it? Cross if your boyfriend had something to do with it. You and your boyfriend were seen at the bridge, and then you were walking into the woods, and the next day your body was found. Did your boyfriend have anything to do with it? Okay, open back up, please. Did he have any help? Did your boyfriend have help? Or did his girlfriend help you? Or did his girlfriend help him? Okay, thank you. Open back up.
This is a piece of cardboard that I made with letters on it, which I had hoped to get Sheila to light up the K2 meter when I passed over the first letter of her boyfriend's first name. As I was explaining to Kim, who video recorded the following clip, what I planned to do, the K2 meter lit up on the letter S. This was significant because Sheila's boyfriend's name was Scott, which starts with the letter S. Unfortunately, Sheila must have got camera shy because she didn't cooperate once we turned the camera on, as you'll see in the following clip.
Okay, Sheila, you indicated that your boyfriend might have had something to do with your death. I've got this board with the letters A through Z, and I got the K2 meter. I'm going to put the K2 meter in front of these letters, light it up when we get to the letter of your boyfriend's first name. Okay, it's on. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So your boyfriend's name didn't start with any letters. Thank you, Sheila.
Sheila Ferguson was laid to rest at the Roberts Memorial Gardens just north of Ashland, Ohio. I took this photograph of her grave during the summer of 2021. As you'll see in the following video clip, I had hoped to provoke responses with the K2 meter by mentioning the names of Sheila's family and friends who are advocating for her on the Justice for Sheila Facebook group. When it comes to ghost hunting, sometimes we get lots of activity, and other times we get nothing. This is one of the days where I got nothing.
Hi, Sheila. My name's Joe. I came out to visit you. The device I set up against your flower vase can detect your presence. If you come near it or touch it, it'll light up. Right now there's one light showing. If you touch it, 2 or 3 lights will come on, all the way up to 5. You want to try it and see if you can make the light come on? Okay, I'm going to try something, Sheila. There's some people who started a movement called Justice for Sheila. Can you light up if you know any of these names? They're people that are advocating for you. There's a Destiny Tilton. Can you light up the meter if you know a Destiny Tilton? How about a Wilma Smith Ferguson? Do you know a Wilma Smith Ferguson? How about a Deb Doot Keener? Do you know Deb Doot Keener? Light the meter up if you know her. How about Melissa Nell? Do you know Melissa Nell? Can you light the meter up if you know her? Jennifer Fix? Do you know Jennifer Fix? Okay, how about Ruth Long? Do you know a Ruth Long? Light the meter up if you know any of those people. Okay. How about you light the meter up if you want me to go? If you want me to go ahead and light up the meter. I'll leave if you light up the meter.
I'm not saying anything you don't already know when I tell you that suicide is horrible. I cannot imagine coming to the conclusion that my problems were so horrendous that my best alternative was to take my life. Understandably, most families grapple with this when it comes to dealing with a loved one who commits suicide. While dead is dead, it's much easier to accept that some bad guy took your loved one's life than it is to come to accept that your loved one did it to himself or herself. I've had coworkers, friends, and family who have committed suicide, and in most of the cases, their loved ones preferred to believe they were murdered because they would never have done such a thing. Sheila's family and friends are no different. They cannot imagine Sheila ever doing such a thing. And I have to agree that the circumstances surrounding Sheila's death do seem suspicious. But I've not actually read the police or coroner's reports. And yes, it's a true statement that a dead girl could not hang herself, but did the coroner really write that he believed that that was what happened and then concluded it was suicide? I find that just a little too incredulous to believe, even for Ashlyn. If the coroner really wrote that, it wouldn't be hard to scan and post it. Just saying. One of the family members stated on the Justice for Sheila Facebook group that their family needs closure. How sad. Closure and healing should have begun when Sheila was laid to rest 33 years ago. There's a difference between closure and revenge is mine, saith the Lord. Does the family of a murder victim never get closure because the murderer got off on a technicality, such as not being read his rights? Does the family of a person who died in a car accident not get closure unless they can run over the person at fault for the accident? Does the family of a cancer patient who dies get to kill the doctor who did everything he could but still couldn't save his life? Closure begins when the priest or preacher utters the words at the cemetery, "From ashes to ashes, and dust to dust." With respect to the notion that Sheila's boyfriend and his new girlfriend, who later became his wife, murdered Sheila, there doesn't seem to be any evidence to that effect. Several of the commenters stated that they needed to get television shows involved. What they don't seem to understand is that that's not how it works. A television show is not going to come in and do their work for them. A television show is going to look at what they've already got, and if they have anything, they'll do a show on it, but they don't do the actual legwork and the gathering of evidence. This is a screenshot of a comment I posted on the Justice for Sheila Facebook group twice, and the administrator of that group removed each time. Sadly, if Sheila's death really happened the way they think it did, they are going about it all the wrong way. If it happened the way they think, there are only two people who are alive who know what happened: the boyfriend and his then new girlfriend, who later became his wife and who is now his ex-wife. If anyone's going to crack this cold case open, it's going to be the new girlfriend turned wife turned ex-wife. I'm sorry, but that's a fact. With respect to whether or not the Brookside West Park, or the wooden bridge, or the woods next to the bridge are haunted, you be the judge. Could it be that Sheila's spirit is restless because she was murdered and she knows her murderer got away with it? Maybe. Can you think of any other explanation for the activity multiple people experienced with the dowsing rods, K2 meter, and SP11 spirit box? Until next time, this is Ghost Hunter Joe.